Uh-oh. I have apple juice, but it's not in an apple juice glass. All right. So here you go. Modern games suck because it is the same basic framework and current audiences lack the attention span to stick with the game. For example, Helldivers 2 took the market by storm, then quickly fell off. The general population, The general population craves drama and outrage, which leads to controversy being easy to find. Helldivers 2 versus Sony's decision, for example, everyone blamed the developers when Sony was actually to blame. And companies are too concerned with profit, which causes quality to suffer. Time and time again, we are shown that the community at large prioritizes fun over polish. For example, Among Us, you remember that game? And then have you seen the one? I can't remember what the game's called, but they talk like South Park, and they're like funny colors, and they have really big eyes.
Okay.
And they like walk around, and it's basically like a horror fetch quest.
Oh, okay.
And you play with your friends, and when you talk in game, the mic that you use to talk in game alerts the like the enemies.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And you've seen it, right? Because they're like,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
it's like a cylinder, and their head is just like a dome.
I saw one of those. Yeah.
And they like pick stuff up, and they're like funny colors, like green or yellow or pink.
Yeah, I literally just saw one earlier.
Yeah, so that game, I don't remember what it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
But look at it. It's like low polygon count, like very kind of just like jokester, whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of game. But look how popular it is. It's like, what's up, Raj? How are you? It's like, you have those games, which you can go on Steam and buy for $15.
Yeah.
And play with your friends and have a good time.
Uh-huh.
Or you can buy the new Battlefield, which is 100% going to be like $70 to start with.
Uh-huh.
And I guarantee you, hi Lexi, I guarantee you that the new Battlefield is just a reskin of the old Battlefields.
Aren't they always?
But that's exactly my point, right? It didn't bother me when it was like Call of Duty. And then Call of Duty ran for like 5 years, right? It was the same Call of Duty.
Yeah, same Call of Duty zombies.
And then after 5 years, they came out and they were like, bam, we have a fresh new single player story. And now it's a retake with maybe some new maps on multiplayer, whatever, that kind of stuff. So what we're talking about is I want to make a video that talks about the difficulty and annoying situation that we have with current video games today. Hi everybody, welcome in. So basically, this is kind of where I'm at with it. So the title of the video is I'm thinking about it, but I think it's gonna be like video games suck and it's your fault. That hook grabs somebody with that title. So I've kind of think like, why do I think modern games suck? Well, they lack originality. They're expensive. They have like cash grab tactics, battle pass tactics. They feel cheap. There's a lot of pay to win, and then there's like, FIFA. Every FIFA game is the same game. They remind me of like fast food. The quality is very low, but they demand a high price. Like right now, if you went to McDonald's and got a Big Mac, it's like $17 for a Big Mac meal. It's like, why am I paying $17 for damn McDonald's? It makes no sense. And they don't take any chances. I don't see a lot of new like AAA games take a lot of chances. And then there's like the reason why it's, in my view, it's the community's fault is it's like this popularity spike when the game comes out and then they just die and everyone just kind of cheaply moves on to the next thing. Nobody can stick around and like really support a game. So what I have written so far, by the way, check out my cool notebook that my wife just got me. Modern games suck because it is the same basic framework, and current audiences lack the attention span to stick with a game. For example, Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 took the market by storm and then quickly fell off, which also leads me to think about the same idea, which also led me to think about how the general population craves drama and outrage, like they want to be outraged by things. And that leads to controversy being easy to find. It's like, oh, we'll be mad about that. That's fine. I will eat my food. Thank you.
I know,
she's about to yell at me. Let me get through this sentence, and then I'll take questions from and opinions. So the outrage that I specifically remember is like Helldivers 2 versus Sony, when Sony made the decision that you had to have a PSN account, which locked people out. Everyone blamed all of the developers for that developed Helldivers 2, and that was 100% Sony's decision. Like, Helldivers 2 did not want that. They did not want their game to be region locked. They did not want that. But Sony made that decision. How are we going to blame the developers of Helldivers 2 when it's Sony's fault for what they did? I think companies are too concerned with profit, which causes quality to suffer. So if you look at like any of the new Call of Duty games, it's the same BS, the same regurgitated dumb content, and they're charging $70 and a $10 a month battle pass, and like they just want money. It's so clear that they're looking for money, and they're just going to throw the Call of Duty name on it just so that they make the money. And I think that time and time again, we are shown by what we see as like the gaming community that we, at a general level, generally speaking, prefer that we prioritize fun over polish. A good example is Among Us. That's like the first game that jumps out at me. Like, Among Us was a top-down. It's chilly, dude. It's like ball game chilly. Just relax, golly. But it was like this top-down, flat characters, ran around, super cheesy, like simple animation, and it was fun. It was genuinely one of the funnest games. What about mods? Modding games is cool, but that like. You don't sell a game with the intent for it to be modded.
The spoon is there to help you scoop.
Like, I think modding is really cool, right? Because especially for me, I grew up around the Counter-Strike times, the Half-Life times, Gary's Mod, things like that. So we had a lot more modding freedom. Right? Skyrim mods. I think that's very cool. I like that a lot. I like the freedom to be able to do that. But you shouldn't be judging a game based on its modding community. Right? What I'm talking about is how modern games have so fallen off. Think about, I don't know how old everybody is, but like, I remember playing Zelda Majora's Mask, and like, it was amazing. The story was amazing. Like, it was very immersive. The way that Zelda captured my attention. And as I got a little bit older, I remember playing like Super Smash Bros. Melee was a really great fighting game, a lot of fun to play with all your friends. And then Ratchet and Clank was another adventure game that I thought was amazing.
Daddy?
Yes.
Oh, dang it. Never mind. Not this time.
Whoa! Like, for example, World of Warcraft. I have not seen any game come close to touching World of Warcraft. What's up, Flaming? Have I played Astrobot? No, I don't think I've played it. Well, yeah, but see, what you're talking about, Fishy, is consumerism, right? The moment that there's something new and shiny, the old thing is now bad. It doesn't matter that the PS4 is still a perfectly fine way to play games. Nachos. The first game you get on PlayStation? The first game I ever got on PlayStation was Frogger.
Daddy, where's the spoon?
Nowhere.
What's up? Having a good time?
Mm-hmm. 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., it's neither.
It's afternoon. 10. Where are you?
Fishy, why is every message you're sending retracted?
Whoa, you scared us and Daddy.
Ah! It's 44:49. All right. Good time frame. Anyways, genuinely, dude, like, I think what I was saying earlier about World of Warcraft. When is the last, like, name another game since World of Warcraft came out that actually came in and really challenged the modern MMORPG. Best one I've got is Guild Wars, and I don't think, what was it? Baldur's Gate? Black Ops 2 for MMORPG? All right. What I mean, right, is like World of Warcraft was iconic. World of Warcraft was iconic. Took it by storm, has a whole South Park episode about it. We've never seen anybody try to challenge that. We haven't seen game developers like, oh, we're gonna take what World of Warcraft did and we're gonna build on it. We're gonna try to make our own version. We're gonna step out of our comfort zone. We're gonna take a risk, right? We don't see that happening. And that's why modern games suck. It's just, all right. We're going to make a stick. We're going to hype the hell out of the game. We're going to put all of our money into a PR budget. Then we're going to make a mediocre game. We're going to sell it for $70. We're going to charge a battle pass. And it's going to get hyped by content creators who will take any money. We'll sell, 500,000 copies at $70 each. We'll make all of our money back, and we'll peace out. Of course, Blizzard still updates World of Warcraft. You're misunderstanding. I'm not saying World of Warcraft is bad. What I'm saying is, when World of Warcraft came out, it was like there was nothing like it. There was nothing like it. Blizzard comes out with this amazing game, playing online with your friends, all this great stuff, guilds, dungeons, gear, all that. World of Warcraft was amazing when it came out. Name another game that has done that. Since then, since World of Warcraft, has any game come out and been iconic, huge, changed how people viewed a genre, right? Maybe Dark Souls, FromSoft games, spawning a whole idea of Souls-like, a new genre. The games are so hard, they're designed to be punishing. You know, maybe that would be a good example, but that's not one game, right? World of Warcraft is one game. To be honest, that's the entire problem of modern games, excuse me. You can't tell which games are good and bad because people will just make videos on them for money. That's my point, right? I've seen so many games, like on TikTok and stuff, where I look at it and I'm like, that looks really good. That looks super cool. And then I'll look it up. I'll look the game up on Steam. Reviews will be mixed. Or it'll be wishlistable and not playable. You should eat nachos again today, then. Did you know what they did to block Black Ops 6? It's the same game because it's just an update from zombies. Okay, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about, like specifically with Black Ops 6, but I understand what you're saying just based on my experience with the Call of Duty series. I haven't bought, I think, the last 3 or 4 Call of Duties. Have I played Enlisted? No, I have seen that, but I haven't played it. I haven't played Ready or Not, but I played Body Cam. I have to be careful with how I spend my money on games. I have a lot more responsibilities. So, I'm not going to rush out and buy a bunch of games. Unless it's something that I think is really worth my time. I don't want to try to get into something and have it just be garbage. What consoles do I have? Okay. I have a Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, a GameCube, an original Xbox. I think I have a PlayStation 1 still. And my PC. All of my major gaming is done on PC. I'm not big on consoles. I bought a PlayStation 5, didn't play it enough, so I just sold it. Gave one of my friends a really good deal. I lost a ton of money when I sold him that. PC, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo 2. So I'm assuming Switch. Oh yeah, I have a Switch too. I forgot about that one. Yeah, like my gripe about gaming is just exponentially increased when you buy a console. Because as PC, like especially you're seeing the shift from Microsoft, how they're taking Xbox titles and making sure that they get released for Windows. A lot of games are starting to see the value in coming to PC. A lot of people are seeing the value in having a PC and using a PC for gaming. So when you lock yourself into a specific platform, a specific console, the games that are available for that console are the games that are available for that console. So if they're all cash grab, fast food BS, not really high quality games, not good stuff, then you're just screwed. And then a huge benefit about PC is a lot of those like single or small team developer teams, games. See you later, bro. Thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you again. But a lot of those like single developer or small team games, they come out on Steam and like the games are great. I can't tell you how many times I've spent, $12 on a game and played it for hours. How much did we spend on Rogue Tower? I think it was like $8. Because Rogue Tower is a tower defense game that I found on Steam. It was like $8. My wife plays that to this day. We've had it for 3 years, 4 years. It is strictly a tower defense game. Like, they have not made any major changes. It has been the same, like, procedurally generated. Every map is random. Like, you get to have, like, it's very fun. It was an $8 game. Love it. And that's kind of what I mean by, like, these modern AAA games, they're ruining the gaming culture. And the problem is that it's us as a community, right? You have like all these kids who will run out and they demand from their parents, like, you have to give me the new Call of Duty. I need the new Call of Duty. I have to have it. They get the new Call of Duty and the next year they release another one. Why? I played COD 4, Modern Warfare 1. I played that for years. Years. When Modern Warfare 2 came out, it was like, oh my God, look how different this game is. It's crazy. Everything is so different about it. It still had a good single player. Because I think the last time I played a Call of Duty, I beat the campaign in like 4 or 5 hours. And it's like, what kind of game is this? Like, just tell me that you're making the game strictly for multiplayer. Like, the writing was bad, the story was bad, it was too fast. It's like, what am I paying for? Just let me, if you're gonna do that, just be upfront. Hey, look, there's gonna be no single player. It's gonna be a $30 game. All right. We're gonna offer skins that you can buy if you would like. And it's not going to help you in your gameplay. There's no way that you're going to be able to pay money and get further than your friends or just buy experience. Like, we won't do that. It's a $30 game. It's Call of Duty. We have 15 maps on launch. We're going to develop 5 more and offer it as an expansion pack or a DLC, in a year, whatever, right? I could get behind that. I could get behind Activision coming up and being like, we're going to cut the price in half. We're not going to worry about single player. We're not going to worry about any of that development. We're just going to make a really fun, fast-paced shooter with the prestiges and all the stuff that was good, and then we'll throw in an online zombies mode or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, these games come out and they seem so haphazardly thrown together. No consideration for value for the customer, and people just buy it and they eat it up. Ah. Yeah, the 1080 is a great card. The 1080 was a legendary card. From a price to performance standpoint, NVIDIA screwed up. When they released the 1080, it was absolutely the best card you could buy. For the amount of money it cost and the powerhouse that it was, 1080 is a great card. I just gave one away a couple months ago for the 2,000 subscriber celebration. We sent one off. Oh, my hat's all jacked. There we go. That's better. Anyways, but yeah, we just gave one away. Those 1080s were great. I have a 4090 and my wife has a 3080. So it's good stuff. But yeah, 1080, especially for 1080p gaming, that 1080 is great. Wow, very squealy boy. Okay. Does anybody know what that game's called? Where it's like, I've seen it recently. It looks like it's like a horror looter. And the characters are like weird colors, like lime green, pink, yellow. They're like a cylinder with like these really long, funny looking arms, and they talk like they're in South Park. And the goal is to like run around and like pick stuff up and like put it in a cart. I don't remember what it's called, and I can't like look it up on my phone. And then there's the other one where you fly around on the spaceship with your friends and you have to meet quotas. Like you go inside the different areas and the aliens and stuff are inside. They try to like kill you. And your goal is to like go inside and loot the area. What are those games? Gosh. I don't remember what it like. I don't remember their names. Like I can picture them. Mostly play Fortnite. Content warning, it's not appropriate. It's just huh. I've never gotten into the Fortnite thing. I don't know how I don't really understand how Fortnite has managed to stay so popular. I think it's because their target audience is like younger kids. And it sucks because like it works so well. Because they target kids and then the kids want the skins and all the different, the battle pass and stuff. And so it keeps their content fresh because they're able to go out and like partner and, like they just recently did like a Naruto collab where people were getting Naruto skins. So it's like stuff like that. Like that, I personally think that Fortnite is like one of those games that it's kind of the blight. Like Fortnite targets kids. Parents buy the stuff for the kids, which keeps giving Fortnite money. How much does Fortnite even cost, right? Because it's the battle pass, right? It's the free game, but battle pass costs money. That's their business model. You made $100 playing that? That's crazy. But it's a free game, right? If my memory serves, Fortnite's free game. Battle pass costs money. Don't need the battle pass to play. But it's also one of those things where the battle pass is $7. But then they make all their money from the skins, right? Because it's... All right. because the skins cost money, right? Yeah, but is you want skin if skins get the battle pass because it's a profit? Cool. You're not being very quiet. Yeah? What is that? Is that your T-ball? Is that your T-ball tee? All right. Yeah, V-Bucks. It's the V-Bucks. And because you have that one, Fortnite, and then you have Roblox. Both like hugely targeted towards young kids. I miss the days where like video games were not online. It was all about being in the same room as your friends and playing split screen multiplayer. Yeah, I think Roblox is like a safety issue. Yeah, but I miss things like going to your friend's house, playing like split screen Halo, playing Super Smash Brothers, racing games, or playing like co-op games where like Lord of the Rings, I think it was like the Return of the King or something like that. I don't remember specifically, but it was based on the Return of the King movie. And you played, like you could play as the parties and everybody played their own character. And it was just, you guys were all on the screen together. Like games like that were awesome. Yeah, the reason why I bring that up is like the way that games were back then were there was a lot of replayability because you were playing with your friends, or they were extremely story driven. So they were long. Like it took a long time to beat Zelda. Like your first time playing Majora's Mask or Wind Waker, it was a hard game. And I miss that. Like I also think that there's something to it where kids playing those kinds of games, it challenges you because in Zelda it wasn't like, oh, do this thing. Like you had to figure it out. Do you know how many times I got killed by the moon in Majora's Mask? Like the moon was just like dead, start over. I could never figure out how to get inside the clock tower. But games like that are too hard nowadays. So kids play cheap games like Roblox and Fortnite. Just mindless. So trying to think of what those games are called. We played normally, would play Mario. We'd take turns most of the time. We wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Taking turns, right? Like that era of gaming. Because you just don't see it anymore. Nowadays, it's like, oh, my dad or my friend is getting the PlayStation, so we're all going to get the PlayStation 17, and then we're all going to buy Call of Duty, and then we're all going to play Call of Duty with each other, or we're all going to play Fortnite with each other. Like, that's all it is. There's no more of that, like, we're going to be together, we're all watching. Like, it's a single-player game. It's got puzzles. We're trying to learn how to, like, beat the puzzle or whatever, and all the kids are sitting working together. You just don't see that anymore. And it's sad. It really is, because I think that game, that type of gaming is a bonding experience, and we don't see that anymore in our games nowadays. Give me 1 second. No more TV. Play with your books. Read your books. Yep, read your books. No more TV. Okay? Read your books, son. Read your books. Okay? Read your books. Say hi. Hi, Miss Rachel. Good job reading your books. I don't know. I think, especially with like digital licenses for refunding games, it's tough because like you buy a game, you play it for 3-4 hours, and then you're like, no, I don't like it, so I'm just gonna refund it. Like there's ways that people would exploit that, and I don't think that's a great idea. Companies should be able to sell the games and not worry about half their earnings being taken out from under them. Because if you make it too difficult to make money making games, then people aren't going to make video games, right? So it's this careful balance of like, we want companies to put effort into games, and effort usually means money, right? For technology and talent, things like that. So they need to make money back on their investment. The problem is that we prioritize making money on that investment so much that companies continue to put out the same garbage because they know it's going to sell. It's just basic like consumerism. Call of Duty is a good game. Therefore, every Call of Duty I buy. Doesn't matter the quality of the game, doesn't matter anything like that. And then because the community backs it so much, excuse me, the community backs games like that so much, the hype behind them is so crazy that it shows these companies like, yeah, make a garbage game, sell it for $69.99 with a $20 a month battle pass, and everybody will buy it. Like, you will sell millions of copies of Call of Duty 97 and then leave it for a year, and you'll have hundreds of thousands of people that pay $20 every month to buy the highlighter dildo silencer. Like, that will happen. If a YouTuber plays it and likes it, you want to try it, but spend a lot of money, you can't refund it and just don't like it. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but that's like a personal situation. Like, the way I deal with it, right, is I sit there and I ask myself, like, is this a game that I want to spend money on and try? Because if it's not, then I'm not going to spend the money, right? A lot of games I'll just watch. Like, I'll just watch people play those games, and I derive enjoyment from that. Among Us. I don't remember the other game's name, so I'm just going to leave that blank. the community generally supports large endeavors like COD and the AAA companies have figured out they will make a ton of money by selling a $70 game with basic features, I guess, then charge $10 per month for a battle pass, then rinse and repeat every 2 years for max profit. Kids now, don't they just get it? The ones they get the kids to play and just attract kids. And as the game gets popular, it gets more expensive for the next one. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean. See, so something that I thought was a good way to make a game was it got pretty popular for a while, like even Call of Duty did it, where, what was it? Call of Duty, it's like, Battlezone or something. I don't remember. Warzone, not Battlezone, Warzone. So COD Warzone was free to play. You didn't have to buy the game. But you could play Warzone, or not Warfare, Warzone. You could play Warzone, and it was your typical like elimination, looter shooter kind of whatever. Your PUBG, your Fortnite style game. And what you could do is you just log in and you play the game, and it was free. But if there was like some skins that you wanted or whatever, then you could pay to get those skins. I don't mind that business model. There's definitely a future for that, especially if you keep making fresh content and you keep pushing out new updates, different maps, things like that, as a developer team, fixing bugs, things like that. And you'll see people, because if you have 50,000 logins a day, and there are skins that people can buy, or I don't know, like a battle pass that people can buy, and I think a big issue with it, honestly, is transparency. Like, just say, hey, we're making this battle pass, it's going to give you every skin available, and it's $5 a month, and basically all this is to help us keep the lights on and make the game. Cool. That'd be great. I'd love that. Yeah. I'm tired of single player stories being an afterthought. Call of Duty is really bad at that. I'm tired of games coming out and it's just, it literally is like this. The game will come out, the game will get popular, the game will spike up in players, and then it'll fall off, and then people will move on to the next thing. Like, Well, and that's my point, right? So you say it's pretty needed because they want to make the game better. In order for them to make the game better, they need money. Yes, that's true. It's a business, right? At the end of the day, this is a product. They're a business. They need to make money. They need to pay their talent. They need to manage the servers, all of that. What I think is important, right, is understanding that there's a balance. So it's like this, right? Quality, well, let's just say this. Price of game, quality of game, okay? It should be like very linear. The quality of the game is higher, therefore I pay more money, right? But what they're trying to do is the lowest amount of effort, the lowest amount of effort, so the lowest quality, but they want everyone paying $70 for the game. Makes no sense to me at all. Hi, Mama.
Huh? It's cold down here.
Good.
Dinner got moved up to 6. Los portillos in Parker, right in front of.
Isn't it potrillos?
Portillos.
Portillos?
I mean, it was in
For uncles?
Yeah.
Portillos.
It's moved up to 6 though.
Okay.
So I should be home before my time.
Okay, we'll see.
What does that mean?
We'll see. Did you wash this just before giving it to me?
Mm-hmm. It was in the cupboard.
It tastes soapy.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not
Maybe
your fault.
someone did.
I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know if it was the actual drink or if it was in the cup. But yeah, like Counter-Strike Source. CSGO came out and it was still that same idea of like free to play, whatever, right? But I remember Counter-Strike Source. Like, yes. That's another one. That's another good one. Five Nights at Freddy's. Thank you. Five Nights at Freddy's is a really good game that kind of shows what I'm talking about. The community wants games that are fun and exciting and enjoyable.
Daddy, I don't need a gym if I just squat with him.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me sort of.
They don't care if the game is cheap or if it looks like it was made for the PlayStation 1. If the game is genuinely fun to play with friends, they'll buy it. I like that. They don't care if the game is or looks like it was made for PS1 if it is genuinely fun, they will buy it. Hey, see you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
I gotta pick out my clothes in bed.
Are you gonna go?
Huh?
Are you gonna go?
That's casual, so I was just thinking of putting on a better shirt. Where do you go?
Do you want to go jump on your trampoline instead?
I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna go get my clothes.
All right. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out, seeing what it's like to be on the back end of making a YouTube video. Planning and all that crap. So, I'm going to take my son downstairs, have him jump around, hang out, have fun. and then see what I can do with the content that I've shot. I've got an idea for a Mando video. I think it'll be funny. Anyways, if you're watching this later, I appreciate it. Wow, that was loud. See you guys later. Stay salty. Deuces.